Welcome, and in this video, it is part part four of how we've enrolled hundreds of clients using marketing and sales that does not suck.
Yes.
So today we are talking about this piece of transformation. If you have not seen part 1, 2, and 3, the links are right below this video. Feel free to binge away. We have just dropped all of it and how we've been able to do this, how you can show up authentically in alignment to who you are and create effective systems throughout being able to attract people, being able to create your soul true north program, and ultimately create this life of abundance, of freedom, of impact, and being able to create generational and legacy wealth. Now, today we're talking about this transformation piece because your business is not going to grow any further than what it is that you do, right? And in the last video, we talked about my burnout, what happened. A big piece of what was discovered through that is this piece of alignment, right? And alignment is talked about a lot, and we're going to dive deeper into what alignment even is, what that means, and then how you can create your entire marketing process, create all of your process and your programs in alignment to who you are truly at a soul level. Because ultimately, when you are aligned with your gifts and with your soul, things come, I'm not going to say things come easy because that's kind of a crock, right? We are entrepreneurs, problem solvers, challenges always happen. However, we can come in a place of presentness, of power, of peace, of ease, and of flow.
Yeah. But so let's jump into transforming. So let's transform, right? Like the new way is the call coach approach. And let's talk about the old way, and then we can talk about how this is different. So the old way is basically like, well, if you have mindset things, right, like they'll call, like, if you're not doing the work, it's all about your mindset, and you need to fix your mindset. And it's like, if you're not fixing your mindset, like, you don't want it bad enough, you're not committed. And it's like the mindset's all like something that you need to go do, right? Like,
or fix, like there's something broken about you.
There's something broken. Yeah, there's something broken about you, and you just don't want it bad enough.
I hate that.
Yeah. And so it's like, this is the thing. So that's like, they're not supporting you in that. It's not a like thing. And then even like the top end programs, we were in a program, we spent $18,000, and they had a mindset coach, right? But it was very I would say it's like surface level. And I felt like it was like, oh, if you're not doing this program the way we say it needs to be, you need to go to the mindset coach and get your mindset fixed.
Get your mindset right.
Get your mindset right. That was
even a thing that was told.
Yeah, get your mindset right. And so where we not only do we really work on like a three different dimensions of like really clearing what we call blind spots, right? Because it's like, mindset is such a one layer thing. It's like we were work on like three different dimensions. Like Holly is a super freaking master Akashic record like practitioner, and it's just freaking amazing. We've done like 4 levels of that, and it's just,
I've studied 4 levels deep. I've literally done probably thousands of sessions at this point, working with people and putting this together from them. It's a tool that is incredibly valuable and very misunderstood, and it has made all the difference with our clients.
Yeah. And so that's like really the energetic level of things. It's like, maybe if you can talk about like how the quantum field works and how that like.
Let's talk about the Akashic field real quick, because everyone's like, the Akashic records, I don't even know what that is. And how does that have anything to do with creating marketing that doesn't suck? Well, ultimately, everything that you do, right? And I'm going to get sciencey instead of wooey. There may be a little bit of woo, but I'm going to keep as much scientific as possible through this, because I am also like, it needs to all come together, right? If it's not in a grounded sense, then it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It's just this cool thing. So ultimately, everything is made of energy, and energy never dies, right? That's something that's pretty well-known scientific fact, that everything is energy. So being that energy never dies, every thought, feeling, emotion that we have, every emotion that we have has an emotional charge to it. So we are constantly, with every action that we ever do in this lifetime and in past lifetimes throughout all of our existence, is going somewhere. So the Akashic records, if you think of it, is like an esoteric library of experiences that have ever happened to you, but also probabilities of what's probable and possible into your future. It also holds your soul blueprint, who you are at a soul level, your gifts. It's really like your energy centers that are highlighted, that activate out within you to create, like they are your gifts, right? They are your genius, and everyone has them, and everyone is different, and everyone is at, ultimately we have multiple gifts, right? So using the Akashic records, we can discover. So my training is to tap into the energies of things that have happened, that let's say you come into a session and your intention is you want 10 new clients or 20 new clients in your coaching business in the next 3 months, right? So then what I do is like, okay, well, what is the probability and possibility of that based on the actions that you're taking currently right now? Awesome. We got that down. Now, what is in the way or stopping you, or actions in your life that are preventing you from being able to get that currently, right? So it's incredible what comes up. I've had 100% accuracy in every single session that I've ever done. So that in itself says something. It's being able to read these energies and to discover down to the even year and how old you were and when it happened, so that we can start creating a plan that is not just energetically. So I do energetic healings, but then I also go down into, yes, the mind, the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, and being able to bring in and rewire your entire nervous system in your body, because these things attack, that's not the right word. They affect you at a multi-dimensional level, right? So let's say something happened to you when you were in kindergarten, you didn't get chosen to be on a team. Well, the likelihood of how you are able to develop your team or to create really feeling like you belong, so that you're having a group program, right? That can be a stopper that didn't even think about, like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. But subconsciously and unconsciously, what's happening is that moment is stopping you from being able to get a lot of clients, because there's a lack of feeling that you belong somewhere, right? So it's being able to recognize what happened here, and then being able to clear it energetically, but then also come into your body and start rewiring your nervous system and start rewiring your subconscious into new neural pathways, so that you can be effective and your past doesn't bother you anymore. So now when I say soul gifts, your soul gifts are all of us are completely different. So some of us have our soul gift is to, I'll use speaking because that's probably the easiest one for people to understand. There are some people, and you know it, when they open their mouth, they have words that just transform your entire way of being. And you may be one of these as well, is the way you speak, the way that you show up, and through your words, that is where your magic happens, right? So to someone who has that type of gift, you want, like, how we can support you best is, dude, you got to get you on video. Well, really discover, are you a writer or are you a video person? Okay, perfect. We need to get you on video. We need to get you on podcasts. We need to get you on stages. Like, all of these things are a part of your strategy, creating them and focusing on, like, knowing this is my gift. This is what I bring to the world. And I will say your gifts, just like we've talked about, like the spectrum of things, your highlight and your greatest gift is also your sabotage pattern. So if you've lived your life where you were not heard, you were told to be silent, but your gift is in speaking, oh, buddy, that makes a huge, like, what starts happening is you can journal and your words never go out, or you just keep everything to yourself and your self-confidence levels just, right? So it's being aware of what your gifts are, and also being aware of the sabotage patterns that happen because of those gifts, right? There are some people who you just have this natural ability to heal, like the words that you say, the words that you speak, like you may be Reiki certified and all of that, but ultimately you have a natural gift of healing, and you've always had it. And maybe you've never understood it, like, oh, my hands are like, right? But it's been a part of you. Well, your gift in marketing is really getting into other people's world. You've probably had people from the grocery store pour out their whole life story to you, and you're just like this little kid, like, right? Or even to this day, you're like, I don't know you, have a great day. But you can hold a space for them in such a non-judgment and be able to heal just by the space that you hold. It's not anything that you do or say. The certifications have just been a bonus. and it's like naturally who you are. Now, the sabotage of that point is that having those gifts, we're able to heal and hold space for people, that it can almost cause us to have that expectation of what we give to others, we should get the same. And so if there's not an even energy exchange there, then what happens is you can start feeling really resentful and not wanting to give it all, right? So making sure that you always have your energy, a good energy exchange, and you are balanced and being able to support and have the support is really important for you. So now, knowing that, your marketing strategy is going to be like, how can you get into people's worlds, having conversations with people, asking questions for them to open up to you. Excuse me, I've been talking all day. So knowing your gifts will allow you to create a marketing process for you that doesn't suck, right? Chad and I's gifts, we actually have, we both have one thing in common. Well, we have a lot of things in common, but one of our soul gifts we do have in common, and that is having systems, right? We think in systems, we can create functional systems. It's like, here's the thing, and both of us are like system,
Yes.
right? And it shows up in different ways for each of us, and it's really beautiful how we can come together in a synergy. It's really crazy that we actually have this in common when of course we're in the work for ourselves. But then the downside of our gift is when we have some drama or chaos, or things are not going according to the system. It does that. It completely knocks us off. And it can even, like, I don't want anything to do, like, I don't want drama. I don't want to, like, completely close off, right? So knowing these gifts and knowing what you bring to the table and what you're the best at, and focusing on that, like, it's incredible what starts happening. Your whole outside experience starts transforming because you're honoring who you are at a soul level. And ultimately, my friend, that is your purpose, is that you are in divine self-expression of your highest self, going out there with authenticity in who it is that you are. This is my passion. And what I love more than anything in the world is seeing people discovering who they really are. I'm like, I knew it all along, right? I've never in a session ever, I have bumps all over me. I've never gone in and given anyone any new information that they didn't know already, but they got in themselves like, oh, yeah, wow, that's exactly right. Right. And so now you get to take that and you keep your focus on that, and it's remarkable, truly. Because when you're in your highest self-expression and you are your true authentic self, that's where the magic happens. That's where people start showing up. That's where you can be present because you are you, and you don't have to pretend to be anybody else. There's no facade of anything. You are so confident in who you are and what you bring to the table that you become absolutely unshakable. And when you come to that place, that's where you expand your plate from being able to really make a difference with people, a lot of people. So old way, that was people I'm just going to bring people in and bring people in and bring people in, bring people in. And you're not doing it the way I want you to do it. So it's your mindset and it's your fault and you don't want it bad enough. New way, we come in and we understand who you are at a soul level, and we create that, right? And those blind spots that have been holding you back into fight or flight or freeze mode or fawn, right? Whatever that trauma response is for you, we go through to the root of, in the core of that experience, and we start rewiring and remapping those from a nervous system, subconscious level, and able to make a difference within yourself so that you can hold the space for your clients. This is literally lights me up about what it is that we do. Everything else is incredible because I love seeing our clients get results. I love seeing them be, ultimately, it's because I love seeing them shine who they really are, and really getting that who they really are is enough and it's perfect. And what the gifts that they have and how that transforms to make an impact in others, that's what fires me up. That's what we do.
Wow, that was awesome. So the momentum profit plan, right?
Oh, yeah,
it's totally cool. We just jumped over it. It's fine. We circle a little bit back. So the one thing that I've noticed is programs will do, or the old way, is they give you, so a couple of things. They'll give you concepts, or it'll be so many idea tactics, but it's not a system, it's not a process, it's not moving, it's not actually giving you do this on a daily basis. We created the momentum profit plan to be your step-by-step pathway on a daily basis, the things that move the needle every day that's going to move you forward. And we help you create it in alignment to you. We actually have a whole checklist on this and a whole training around the momentum profit plan. Maybe you'll throw this.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and drop
that down there. And if you watch this on Facebook or whatever, just comment for the momentum profit plan or just reach out and I'll get it to you. But it's really having that step-by-step process where the old way gives you a bunch of concepts, gives you a bunch of ideas, maybe it gives you a bunch of tactics, but they never make it into a process and into a step-by-step thing for you. And I've been in several programs where it's just like, it's like you have to take the ideas and you have to create it in a way where we
figure out the system.
We
like I said, we're systems people, so we got you.
We figured out the system for you, and then now our team and we help you create it together with you, so it's in alignment to you, and it just works really well in alignment to your soul gifts.
I think it's really important to know what it is that you need to be doing on a daily basis. A lot of times we're like, okay, we're going to go online and create content. Cool. That's part of the thing, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if you ever got like this too, right? It's where? Like, why, where, how, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Did I do enough? Or you just get stuck into scoliosis and like, oh, okay, I got to build relationships. So I'm just going to go like everyone else's posts and get involved in there. And then all of a sudden it's like 6 o'clock at night and the whole day is gone. And you're like, did I do anything? Did that work? Right. So you want to be effective with your time as well, because we're out for freedom. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the other thing there is like a lot of, maybe you've tried all these different things, you've tried all these tactics and systems and strategies, and they never really worked for you because it wasn't aligned to you. And so you end up doing nothing. You're like in the resigned and cynical level, and you're like questioning, like, could this even work for me? Could this process, like, and you're just living off of referrals and hoping that people would just show up and work with you. And so it's like, you're now doing nothing instead of so instead of having a process and a system that works on a consistent basis for you. Yeah. That brings in consistent clients.
And then as you're starting to build this momentum, you're in your alignment, you're showing up in maybe even a whole new way, but it's your way and it's your truth and people are coming to you. This next piece is really having this leverage, right? And we put leverage in transformation because it really is a shift in having to do everything to having systems and processes in place to make it as easy as possible so that you can put your focus on your clients and for your prospective clients and in the creation mode of all of this. And you can have, whether it is a team, whether it is a funnel, a calendar, a machine of some sort that is helping you find leverage so that you can expand your plate even more to be able to impact more people.
Yeah. Yeah. And the one thing I just want to add is like Holly is like she's trained in like level 4 Akashic Record master. She has her somatic therapy certification and does these amazing somatic journeys that are amazing for clearing stuck emotions and blocks out of the body, and also amazing for manifestation. And together, we're both certified in analogical coaching and been trained in that transformational work there. And we've actually developed our own together, what we call quantum rapid shifting, which comes from when we were going through
through all of our brain stuff.
Yeah, the brain stuff.
Ultimately, right? I worked with, you were there every step of everything. So a functional neurologist, what they do is they use different eye patterns and eye movements to start healing the different aspects of your brain, right? So mixed in EMDR was something that was not possible for me at that time. If I did EMDR, I would be on the floor, right? So it is not for everybody. In the mix of that, we also did something called the neuro-emotional transformational technique, which is finding different places in your meridian system and in your body. And there's a great book, Energy, what is it? The Body Keeps a Score, right? So the energy is in your body. So the neuroemotional technique is finding where that energy is and pinpointing exactly from what and being able to release it from your body. So we've taken a couple different modalities and created it into this quantum rapid shifting.
Yeah, and it really allows us to kind of just deal with the block, deal with the frustration, deal with the stuckness, and not have to go back. You don't have to bring me a trauma. We can just work on, because that's what EDMR does, and that you bring a pain, right? You have a pain in your body, and it uses it to relieve the pain. So this actually works on the symptom basis of the thing, and it allows you to remove stuck stress, anxiety, really anything that's really in the way of really getting the results that you need.
And we kind of mix it up, because I find that some people really do need to process and go through and get that thing, and some people are like, yeah, no thank you, let's just do the quantum rapid shifting, that's fine with me, right? And so it's just being discerning. And again, this is at a you level of customizing and what it is that you need in order to be your highest and greatest self. So
yeah, so old way is really just like
fix your mindset. You're wrong, this isn't working.
You don't want it bad enough, like go talk to the mindset coach.
It's like you were getting sent to the principal office because something's broken in you. I couldn't stand it.
Yes.
New way, honoring who you are at a soul level, creating your life based on who you are at a soul level, your gifts, what you bring, being aware of what your triggers are, being aware of what those blind spots are, and getting them out of your body and starting to rewire your nervous system, your subconscious, bringing your heart, your brain coherence completely together so that you can really move forward from a place of presentness and of ease, so that life works and that you can have the freedom, impact, and build the wealth that you're out for. We have a ton of resources below this video. And if you've watched this and you're like, Holly, Chad, like, let's have a conversation, I'll go ahead and throw that link in there too, and we can see if it's a good fit and see if we can help you anyway. I want to honor you and your journey and what it is that you're out for the world. I want to thank you for everything that you've gone through to get to this point. I know if there's one thing I know for coaches is we've been through the stuff, right? And that's why we do what we do. So thank you, genuinely. Thank you for everything that it is that you've gone through, what you've overcome, and for your journey as a whole. I honor you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now, because we release new videos all the time. We'll see you on the next video.
Bye.